What is it about a baby bump that invites such invasive and insensitive questions? Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 worst things to say or do to a pregnant woman.
Okay, no uterus, no opinion.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at the most offensive and/or downright ridiculous things that people say and do to women who are expecting.
Really? You don't think that's a little inappropriate?
What?
Good God, man, don't anger it.
Number 10. Sharing birth horror stories. Pregnant women have enough to worry about without being told the story about your friend of a friend who had terrifying, dramatic, or gross birth complications. She's seen birth scenes on TV and in the movies, so she knows there are a million things that can go wrong during labor without you reminding her. The simple act of pushing a human being out of her body is probably worrisome enough without hearing one more anecdote about the horrific experience someone else had. The majority of births go quite smoothly, so there's no need to cause her undue anxiety. Number 9. You can't eat or drink that.
Lily, don't do it.
Just a little bit.
Think about our baby.
Though there are some foods that doctors and health experts agree that pregnant women should avoid, there are also many consumables that are safe in moderation, or if they're from a reliable source. Some women choose to consume small amounts of caffeine during their pregnancy, while some avoid it for the whole 9 months.
A coworker of mine is drinking caffeine while pregnant, and I don't know if I should call social services about it.
Angela, that's pretty transparently me.
Maybe.
The information is constantly changing on some gray area foods like herbal teas, cooked seafood, and foods containing nitrates. What it comes down to is that it's up to each individual woman what she decides to put into her body during her pregnancy, and she's probably done plenty of research into which foods are safe.
I have Pellegrino or vitamin water or orange juice with folic
Olive
acid.
and Maker's Mark, please.
Number 8. Aren't you too old or young to have a kid? The simple answer to this one is, well, apparently not. Younger women who get pregnant either by choice or otherwise probably don't need to be reminded that they will be judged for their age. And there's no doubt that older women are all too aware of their biological clocks. Men are fertile for their entire adult lives, while women can only bear children between their first menses and the beginning of menopause.
How could you be pregnant at your age?
I don't know.
Mom!
There shouldn't be any reason to cast judgment on someone no matter when they choose to have children, whether it's their first or 10th child.
How is that physically possible? That woman is like 50 years old.
And married.
Number 7. Enjoy life now because once the baby comes, you can kiss it goodbye. Once a woman has made the inevitably life-changing decision to have a baby, you can probably assume she spent a decent amount of time considering the pros and cons.
After that baby comes, nothing goes back to normal.
It's not like it's breaking news that babies cry a lot or take up a lot of time and energy. It's not like you'll be enlightening her with information she's never heard before by reminding her that she won't be getting a good night's sleep for quite a while.
You're new parents. You just need to get some sleep. We're fine.
This is hard, guys.
Really hard.
If you want to share your experiences rather than focusing on the negative, why not try to reminisce over some positive memories from your baby's first days instead?
His son was awake.
Before sunrise, he's your son.
Dad, come on, Dad.
Number 6. Are you planning on going back to work? While asking this may seem innocent enough, unless you're speaking with someone you're very close with, it's bound to come across as a loaded question. It's an incredibly difficult and personal decision for a woman to choose if and how soon she wants to re-enter the workforce after having a child.
A woman can have professional ambitions and still have a family.
A woman's right to choose means exactly that. There is no right or wrong choice about whether to stay home full-time or work once you have children.
I wonder what it's like being a part-time mom. Stay-at-home moms.
I wonder what they do all day.
Mani-pedis.
Some women can't wait to go back to their jobs after maternity leave, while others would much prefer to be at home. And it's totally fine either way.
Some of us still have to go to work. I choose my choice. I choose my choice.
Number 5. Unsolicited childbirth or rearing advice.
When we deliver, we won't be using any drugs.
Get out!
People are just full of opinions about what a pregnant woman should do, whether it's critiquing her birthing plan or giving unwanted advice on how she should raise her child. Almost no labor or parenting issue is black and white, so unless a woman asks for your opinion, keep it to yourself. You may have read a great article about the benefits of breastfeeding, but if a woman has decided to bottle feed, then she has probably done her research. There are tons of decisions a pregnant woman has to make, but you can trust that she has already put in the time and energy into making them on her own.
C-sections are designed for emergencies, not for rich women that schedule their births between spin classes.
How dare you?
Number 4. Not giving up their seats. If you've never carried a human being in your uterus, you probably have no idea how exhausting or physically demanding it is, especially by the 3rd trimester, when a woman's baby bump is quite obvious to bystanders. It's always the right choice to offer up your seat on the bus, train, or subway. This isn't just chivalry. Pregnant women are experiencing a ton of uncomfortable symptoms that make standing for long periods of time unpleasant. Unless you've got a really good reason not to, always err on the side of politeness.
But do you think you could let a pregnant lady sit?
Sorry, I can't. My legs are tired from being long and thin.
Number 3. Touching their bellies.
Oh, people are gonna start rubbing your tummy all the time.
That sounds terrible.
Repeat after us. A baby bump is not an invitation to touch a woman without her consent. In fact, unless she is a friend or family member, you should try to refrain from even asking. Some, if not all women, are not wild about the idea of having their stomachs rubbed by strangers, so you're putting them in an awkward predicament by inquiring at all.
Rachel, look how you glow. May I?
I think you already are.
If a woman wants you to rub her belly, she will offer. So as tempting as it may be, keep your hands to yourself, especially around pregnant women.
When is that baby popping out?
I got 2 months to go.
Really? Are you dilated yet? I can tell.
Number 2, you look huge, or you look like you could pop any day.
You're about to drop any second. I love your brooch.
You don't need to lie to me. I don't appreciate it. I know I look like a fat cow.
We understand why people feel inclined to say these sorts of things. Maybe you're not used to seeing pregnant women. Maybe you're surprised at how big their bellies are up close. Maybe you're intending it as a compliment. No matter the reason, it is never a good idea to comment on how large a woman is, pregnant or not.
Our mail carrier hates me ever since I asked her when the baby was due.
She wasn't pregnant?
No, he was not.
They are fully aware of their size, as they've probably been struggling with it in a myriad of different ways. It should go without saying, but unless you're looking at an ultrasound, telling a woman it looks like she must be having twins just implies you think she's enormous.
You having twins?
No.
You sure?
Let me think about it for another millisecond. No.
Looks like you're having twins.
You're gonna make me fall in love with you, Lou.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few dishonorable mentions.
Are you gonna keep the baby?
I can't keep the baby. My parents just kicked me out of my house.
I'll bet it's a boy. You're carrying really high in the front.
Number 1, was it planned?
I'm pregnant.
Sure, you might be curious if someone you know announces a surprising pregnancy, but it's best to let them share this sort of private information themselves. Also, it's pretty easy to read between the lines and gauge whether someone was planning a pregnancy or not.
So you were bored? That's how this blessed miracle came to be?
No. The act was premeditated. I mean, the sex, not the whole, let's get pregnant thing.
The key here is that since she is announcing her pregnancy, you can assume she's excited about it, whether it was after months of trying or a single night of fun. At this point, just get on board and offer her a heartfelt congratulations.
I'm pregnant.
Oh, God, no. I mean, great.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.